The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Feeling lucky? This one's got your name on it! My apologies!
Ignorant and
The insider shall be punished. Hey there!
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo! Toodaloo. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gem.
Take flight!
Waiting. The insolent shall
Pardon
be
me,
punished.
where are you?
blade embraces its duty. As a jeweler...
My apologies, insincere. Embrace the ice. Where are you? Take flight. How the banquet is nearing its end.
Did I scare you? There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Out of my
Shine down!
Are you still? Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
belongs to ice and snow.
Shine down! Ha! Ha! Take flight! There is no escape!
Oh, such a pain. So
Shine down!
My apologies!
picked the wrong test subject.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Such a pain.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
You're here!
Is something...
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between... It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent poissoning.
You mean... they're...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that, but you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to... The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something.
I don't. I've never seen such...
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no... My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type. Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convict. That's all I have to say. We do not Oh! The opera's about to start.
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh! You noticed! Seems...
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again. A state of affairs still I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so what... Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the...
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and if at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent... This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious. But who will lend us their aid to do...
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for...
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you?
Me?
Then, how about you, good...
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create...
Oh?
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand, and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to...
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette,
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host, though that was their name. They did not hunt animals. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now...
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and net. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do...
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like...
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
That makes sense. But I do have one more question for you. If we were to create a trap now...
I would like for it to be effective, but bring...
If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on... But we shall require much more courage.
Oh, so...
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else... it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable did you just pour some tea? Paimon's never seen—
Don't be frightened. Consider me the prophecy.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Teyvat so easily be changed? Ah, just as prophecy are the things that you shall—
What is she talking about?
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are ultimately, fate shall serve as your— This was good tea, by the way. Thank you.
The voice. It's gone. Paimon hears someone talking. Alright, coming! Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively
Mona!
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that steam but not all Fontanians are pet—
did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I assume I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but—
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something—
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty—
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, but I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be—
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see—
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what. Perhaps it is something that you cannot— Traveler, Paimon, are you two all—
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now.
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. I did originally think of steering clear of all this.
Huh. You do have a point.
There, it was worth trying to comfort you, even if— I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk. Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on? Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that my recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Thus did it. So while the journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walk. Charlotte took some— She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything. Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those
The thunder falls silent.
No way! I'm not guessing. I'll take a guess.
Off we go!
Gotta find that balance.
No way! I'm not guessing.
Let's light it up! Ha! Ha! Benny's adventure team, I have failed you.
Yeah.